James wrote in. James says, hey, David, do you think more Republicans don't stand up to Trump because they're spineless or because they're unprincipled? I actually think there's a third option here that you're not mentioning, which is an important one, which is a lot of them do agree with Trump. So there's 60 million people or whatever that voted for Trump who also vote for senators and members of Congress. Those senators and members of Congress may have different reasons why they are not standing up to Trump, with what exceptions like Justin Amash. I know it's not Amash. I think I pronounced it Amash and someone said it's Amash. Justin Amash and, Rick Wilson, who I interviewed on the program, or Kellyanne Conway's husband, right? There's a bunch of different things going on. Some Republicans in elected office aren't standing up to Trump because they are spineless. They just are kind of go with the flow, and they don't want to rock the boat, and they don't want to possibly have negative electoral repercussions for their reelection campaigns if they stand up to Trump. Some are unprincipled in the sense that it's all a power game to them. It's sport, as I said before. It's about wins and losses. It doesn't matter if Obamacare is the same thing that was proposed by the Heritage Foundation in the 90s, which is a very sort of corporatist center-right plan to give tens of millions of new customers to for-profit insurance companies. Doesn't matter. It's something that Obama did. It's a loss. And the way to put a box, to check off a box on the win column, is to repeal it and get rid of it, even if you would kick tens of millions of people off of healthcare. It's just sport. And a lot of these Republicans really are unprincipled. And we know that because they espouse one set of principles and then often live by a completely different set of principles. So that's group number two. There are also Republicans that just agree with Trump. I mean, at this point, we have to sort of realize that there are some Republicans who were just kind of coalesced or emboldened to go public with their beliefs. And those beliefs always matched many of Donald Trump's beliefs. They just weren't saying it out loud. Now, a lot of people in the Trump era are saying the quiet part out loud. There are also Republicans that are, I mean, at this point, there is such a thing as a Trumpist Republican. That is a wing of the Republican Party. And some Republicans aren't standing up to Trump because they simply agree with the guy. So spineless, unprincipled, or agree with him. The answer is yes. All three of these, depending who you're talking about, for different people, it is different ones. And this is why I've been now saying for months, Trump is going to go eventually. It could be in a year and a half. It could be in 5.5 years. But once he does, that doesn't mean that Trumpism goes away unless we make it go away, unless we reject it completely and vote out and vote in all of the people that are subscribing to this sort of coarsened, outlandish, ignorant glorification of ignorance that has taken place within Trumpian politics. And this is why it's really important to understand that Donald Trump was always Donald Trump is a symptom and not the disease, as I've said before. And even when you cure the symptom of Trump by removing him, the disease that allowed him to come to power in 2016 will still be there unless we fully cure it. And that is why we need to be thinking beyond just Trump and 2020. We need to be thinking about the House and Senate. We need to be thinking about 2022, when Democrats will have more possibilities to take over control of the Senate, which I just don't see any path to doing in 2020. We've got to be thinking bigger and beyond Trump. And I think a lot of people in our audience, at least from the emails I'm getting, are thinking bigger in that way, which is a good thing. We've got a great bonus show for you today. Become a member or a patron to get instant access to the bonus show. I'll speak to you then. One of today's sponsors is Impeach the Card Slap Game. You can't slap Donald Trump in real life, but you can slap him in this really funny and intelligent two-player card game. And you can get it for 10% off when you go to davidpakman.com/impeach and use the coupon code PakmanShow at checkout, all one word. Impeach the Card Slap Game is perfect for having friends over or hanging out with family members who have a sense of humor about Trump. We've been playing it at my place. It currently has a 5 out of 5 star rating on Amazon. I really don't think you'll be able to find a game that does a better job of satirizing today's political climate in such an intelligent way. I've had a ton of fun with it, and I think you will too. You can tell a ton of time and careful thought went into the game design and the cartoon artwork and the humor. It never gets old because you're always discovering new jokes and political commentary within the game. We were talking to the creators of the game, and they said one of their goals was that players might even learn something new as they play. I think it would make a perfect gift for anyone really of any political orientation just because of how clever it is, or you can get it for yourself and have a really fun and witty game to play when people come over. Get Impeach the Card Slap game by going to davidpakman.com/impeach and get 10% off when you use the coupon code Pakman Show at checkout. That's all one word, Pakman Show.